I think I've just about died and gone to heaven. Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. I'm talking about shooting the 300 PRC full custom that you've been watching me build right here on the channel. This thing is awesome. So far, I guided you guys all through the process of putting the components together, chambering the barrel. In the last video, we profiled and timed and opened up the muzzle brake, which is working awesome. This time, I'm going to talk about optics. We're going to go out to the range, break in the barrel, and talk about some of the first results that I've gotten on steel and on targets. So, as a quick review, this build is based on a Kelbley's Atlas Tactical long action custom action. Love this thing. It's got the trigger hanger, it's got the external bolt stop and bolt release, it's got the special ejector that's actuated by the pin in the bolt stop, which is great. You can totally control how far your brass is ejected. It made it really easy to build the rifle. We've got a benchmark barrels, handcrafted 26-inch MTU profile 1 9.5 twist 30 cal barrel, hand lapped, exceptional quality on that. I've had really good luck with those. And a benchmark tactical brake 5/8 by 24. And holding it all together, we've got the MDT ACC fully modular chassis. We've got a magazine with a 3.850-inch maximum cartridge overall length capacity, which is perfect because 300 PRC maxes out at 3.7 inches for factory ammo, and that means I can push it a little bit more if I need to seat my bullets a little bit further out to be closer to the lands. For optics, if you recall, I had a story covering my Howa 1500 semi custom build. I got the barreled action from Brownells, I put it all together. It wouldn't shoot. And I was using this Delta Striker HD 5-50 on that build. I'm just about to do the chambering and I'll have some stories on that. In the meantime, this is the perfect scope for this rifle because it's got this great range of magnification. It's got 1/20th mil elevation and windage adjustments. I took a moment to relax all of the screws for the ring caps. I installed the ring bases, I got my eye relief dialed in, and then I carefully torqued everything down. I'm also running a Lone Star bubble level for the 34mm tube so that I can make sure to get things completely dialed in. Now the MDT ACC chassis comes with a full-length ARCA rail machined right into the fore end, and what's awesome about that is that I can use a bipod and completely dial it in to any distance that I want. And what I've got here is a new product from Warren called their Skyline Tactical Bipod. This thing is totally awesome. I got this actually for my CMMG 65 Creedmoor Endeavor AR-10 that I'll have some more content coming up on, but it's worked really, really well with this rifle. So with the optic and the bipod, time to go to the range. And here is my philosophy on barrel break-in. Take it easy. You got a match grade barrel here. We're going to break this in the right way. So what I did is I shot a shot, cleaned, shot another shot, cleaned, shot another shot, cleaned, and then I shot 3 groups of 3. And then I cleaned between each of those. Then I shot a few groups of 5 and cleaned between those strings. So I just wanted to make sure that I was getting that fouling out of the barrel and that the break-in was done properly. And this can make a big difference in the accuracy that you're going to get with the barrel and the quality of the results that you'll get with cleaning and maintenance and the whole thing. So, with much anticipation, I headed out to the range. I started with some of this Hornady factory ammunition. This is 225 grain ELDM match, and here's how the first shot went down. Real nice. You can feel a little bit of kick there, but boy, with all this weight, that is just not bad at all. And it looks like my bore sight was about 3.5 inches off on windage and dead on elevation. Nice. let's clean the bore. So I was really glad that I weighed down the rifle with these forehand weights. With the MDT ACC system, you can add up to 9 pounds of weight to the rifle. This rifle comes in at 24.6 pounds. It is massive, and it helps to really achieve the goal that I had of having a very stable rifle that was going to be pleasant to shoot at really extreme long ranges. And I'll have to say, absolutely. This is not a flincher. This is something that, yes, it has some recoil, but you're going to be able to manage that recoil and really work with the rifle. And the Trigger Tech Diamond trigger was really helpful here too. I got it tuned. I haven't checked it yet. I think it's just under a pound. And the break of the trigger is so consistent and so reliable. I'm basically just holding that center dot on the center of the orange dot and applying a slight consistent pressure. Boom, the rifle goes off, and I'm pulling the trigger back, keeping it back so I'm not slapping the trigger, trying to work on really good follow through. And it takes a little while to get the rifle all completely dialed in, to work out the support system. After shooting a few groups during the break-in, I shot this group of 5. Center of dot. Nice. So that was with Hornady 225 ELDM 300 PRC factory ammunition, 0.72 inches for 5 shots. That's under 0.7 MOA. Happy with that result for the break-in process. And what was fun was, after we were done breaking in the barrel, I decided to take some shots at 400 yards. And I've got 2 targets. I've got about a 12 by 12 and I've got a little 8 by 8 at 400 yards. And I put all the parameters into the shooter app. I dialed up 1.5 mils and took a shot. Guess what? We were fortunate not to have any wind, so this was an absolute measure of the dope and my zero job in the rifle. Completely center punched that larger steel target. Then I moved over to the small target, held it dead center. The shot went off, I heard the ring of the steel, and it was an absolute center punch as well. It had to be within an inch at least of the center. And so that, that's the equivalent of being within a quarter inch, obviously, at 100 yards. And it's always great. It's always great to go from punching paper to slapping steel, because that's really what this rifle is about. It's about engaging targets at extreme distances. Completely love the Delta Striker HD. It's super clear. It's got 50 power magnification. It's got that 1/20th mil turret graduations. It's each click 1/20th mil. That is amazing, especially at 1,000 yards beyond, and that's where I'm working up towards. So I'm completely happy with how this rifle is shooting and how it's performing so far. It's absolutely a pleasure to shoot, top quality everything. I'm super happy. And right now, and I've got stories coming up on this, I'm working on initial load development, and I'll tell you, it just gets better. I did one run up of 225 ELDM with Ramshot Magnum, and it's sub 0.6 inch with that first run. That's without measuring 2 lands distance and working on different bullet jump, bullet seating depths. So this rifle is definitely going to be a shooter, and I'm going to have a lot of good in-depth information about working up loads, different bullets, different reloading techniques, and then of course the shooting stories. We're going to go out to 600, we're going to go out to 1,000, and then go well beyond 1,000. A mile is kind of what I'm thinking at this point. Still putting those plans together, but I am completely sold on 300 PRC so far. This is a killer cartridge, this is a killer rifle, and I've got more. I'm going to be building that Remington 700 long range, 300 Remington Ultra Mag, still working through some of the low development on that. I've got essentially the same barrel blank, but instead of 1 9.5 twist, we're going to go 1 8.5 twist, right? Benchmark guys were telling me 1 9.5 twist. Hornady guys were telling me 1 8.5 twist. We're going to do both. So that's going to be a lighter weight rifle. It's going to be more packable. It's going to be more budget oriented. It's not a budget rifle, it's just more budget oriented. So that will be really interesting to compare as well. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications because we've got a lot more coming up, including 6.5 PRC as well. So if you'd like to see something specific, by all means, drop a comment. If you have experiences with 300 PRC, I'd love to hear what you've been finding with the rifle, with the cartridge, with all of it. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Just a quick reminder, I've got Ultimate Reloader t-shirts at the Ultimate Reloader store, and I'm on Patreon, links in the video description, and a more detailed article as well. So until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.